Pray, don't find fault with the man who limps or stumbles along the road, unless you have worn the shoes he wears or struggled beneath his load. There may be tacks in his shoes that hurt, though hidden away from view, or the burden he bears placed on your back might cause you to stumble too. Don't smear the man who's down today, unless you have felt the blow that caused his fall, or felt his shame that only the fallen know. You may be strong, but still the blows that were his, if dealt to you in the self-same way at the self-same time, might cause you to stagger too. Don't be too harsh with the man who sins, or pelt him with words or stones, unless you are sure, yes, doubly sure, that you have no sins of your own. For you know, perhaps, if the tempter's voice should whisper as soft to you as it did to him when he went astray, 'twould cause you to falter too. Hello my friends, welcome back to Epoxy Me That. How are you? I hope doing okay, and I want to thank you for showing up today. We're going to be casting in this cloud mold right here. There's a big cloud up top and 3 down bottom, and then I have these 3 cloud molds right here, and I've already cut some of these little sheets here, and it's just going to give us a beautiful color behind our cloud. We're going to put it in the back and not the front, so it can just shine through the mold and give it that beautiful color right there throughout the cloud. I'm going to be doing this in gray and white, and I'm not sure which color I want to use here, so I have them both out. And Let's Resin is sponsoring this video with their UV resistance epoxy resin. So we're going to be making it in this. It says no worries about sun exposure, perfect for outdoor projects. And the reason I'm using it for this project is because this is going to be hanging right in front of a window. So hopefully it will keep its color. And this is going to be for my nephew. They just had their first baby. So we're going to be putting his name on this cloud here, and then I'm going to be putting his date he was born, how much he weighed, and the length that he was. And I'm going to be making that with my Cricut. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, we're going to measure this together and mix it together. So I got my cup here, and it's got milliliters on the side here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my part B. And I'm going to pour to 150. And I've already warmed my bottles up. I put them in a hot water bath because they are easier to work with and pour if you put them in a warm water bath. Or you can put them on a heat mat as well. I also have my bottles on a heat mat. But this is resin that I don't normally carry in my craft room, so that's why I did a warm water bath on it. Okay, we're going to stop right there. Now I'm going to get my big paddle out and put it on. I'm going to get my timer here. And I'm going to go ahead and start it. And we're going to go ahead and stir our resin. And I'm going to use my heat gun and heat it up just a little bit more. And I'm just going to go around the cup, get the sides of the cup. But what I'm not going to do is come out of the resin with my paddle, because that will really incorporate more bubbles into your resin, and we don't want to do that. And this is just a little cheap mixer that I got off of Amazon. And if you're wondering if you would like one of these handheld mixers, this might be a good one to try, because it's only $10.99 on Amazon. And if you really like it, then you might upgrade to one of the more expensive ones. They have it in this pink and blue, and they have it in a carbon fiber black. Alright, I'll meet you back when the timer goes off. Okay, now I'm going to take this little silicone paddle here, and I'm just going to go down my blades with it and get my resin off of the little paddle here. That way we're not wasting any resin. And I'm going to disconnect my paddle from that. And then I'm just going to take my paddle and I'm going to clean it with some isopropyl alcohol. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and choose this color gray right here. And I put the other one back because I think I'm going to like this one a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and get some out and get it in my cup here. And then I'm going to go ahead and get it stirred up in my resin really good. I only put a little bit of resin in this cup so I can get the mica powder stirred up really good. And then I'm going to add the rest of my resin. That's how I like to do it, so that I'm not stirring all of my resin, you know, trying to get the mica powder dispersed through it evenly. I just feel like it doesn't put as many bubbles into my resin if I do it this way. Okay, I think that's nice and stirred up. That's a beautiful gray, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to add the rest of my resin to the cup. And now we're just going to give it a few little stirs. Make sure we get around the cup, the sides of the cup, and the bottom of the cup. Okay, that's really good there. And now I'm going to be using my Cast & Craft opaque pigment in white. We're going to shake that up right quick. And then here's my other glass of epoxy resin. And I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 drops. And get that stirred up really good in my resin. And I put more resin in the cup that's got the white in it because I don't want the gray overpowering the piece. So I put more. We've got more white than we do gray. And I think I might add 2 more drops to that. I wanted a little more white than that to kind of match the gray. So I put 3 more drops in. I want it really, really white. Okay, I'm going to scrape around the cup one more time, making sure I get everything mixed up really good. And now I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to let that sit and degas for about 3 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and pour our clouds. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull my little things out right here, because we don't want to add that to the cloud just yet. Okay, I'm going to spritz some alcohol down into my molds there, and that's going to help out with the bubbles from forming on the edges of our mold. And I'm just bumping them over, getting the excess alcohol out. And I want to add a little bit of glitter to this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glitter down in here. Not much, just a tiny, tiny bit. You don't need a lot of this stuff. And it doesn't show up that color in the resin. It's not green. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pour. And I'm just going to stop right, I'm not going to fill them up. I'm going to stop right there. And then we will let them cure for about about 4 to 6 hours. And then we'll go in with our little pieces here that I cut. Okay? Now I'm going to take my alcohol and I'm going to spritz the mold with my alcohol. Bump it upside down, get the excess out, bump it back around. And now I'm going to go ahead and pour. And I'm just going to, you know, do it like this. That way we get a little bit of both. Okay, let's go back over here. And I think they're full. I think this one will hold a little bit more. Okay. I'm just going to take this popsicle stick and just make a few little swirls. And that's it. Now I'm going to take the heat gun and I'm going to run it through there and pop the surface bubbles. Now I'm going to spray some alcohol to pop the surface bubbles, and then we're going to let that cure. And I have some molds right here I'm going to fill for our extras in these little molds here. Let's go ahead and demold our piece here and see what it looks like. Turned out pretty. And that one's really pretty. And we just got a little bit of white dash on that one. I hope this one's going to be pretty. And there's that one. I don't know if I'm really liking that side. I think I like that side better. So I might put the vinyl on this side. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I have the resin. I'm fixing to pull it off the turner to go ahead and drop in here. I went ahead and let them fully cure. And we have some extras to demold as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get our little container here. And we will just drop these right on in the container. We'll take a look at a few of them. But y'all have seen these before. Whoops. I love these molds. They're really pretty. The pieces that they give you are just beautiful. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing okay. I guess we're going to go fishing here in a little bit. Okay, that one's finished. And then here's the white one. Take a look at a few of the pieces. Then we had this little mold right here. I've never casted in this mold before. It's pretty cute. It has like, it's a texture to it. It's not smooth. It has texture. And that's a nice little mold. I got it from Temu. Then here's our little turtles. And they turned out cute. Then our butterflies. I didn't think these were going to be really cute doing them by myself, but yes, I'm going to absolutely love them. Instead of buying them, I can start making them myself for my shakers and for other resin castings that I would like to add something cute on. And I might keep a few of those. And then we have this little shaker right here. Little porcupine. He turned out cute. Now I'm going to go ahead and spritz some alcohol in the molds here. And then I'm going to take my little things here and dip them in the resin. And then place it down into my cloud. And one side doesn't really look as, I don't know, they may be the same on each side. They just might be the same. Let's turn this one the other way. There we go. I had it in there wrong. Alright, now let's fill them with resin. You know what? I wonder if I should run that through the debubbler. Maybe it'll be alright. We're not pouring much. Surely the bubbles will degas. They'll come to the top. Okay. I wonder if I should leave some room for a color on the back. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave them like that. I think I'm just thinking too much into it. Just seems like you can see the little piece of colorful stuff that I cut out, like, really well. I don't know. Maybe you won't be able to tell it when it cures. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take my heat gun and run it through there and pop the surface bubbles right quick. And then I'm going to spritz some alcohol on it. And then I'm going to leave these to cure. Alright. I will see you when I have the vinyls cut out and we lay the vinyls down. But that's what I'm going to go do right quick. Is because I really needed to have the pieces in my hand so I could measure them to make sure I get my vinyl to fit right on there. Okay, so I'm going to go make my vinyls right quick and then I'll be back. I'm going to go ahead and make my holes in the bottom so we can attach the chains to it. And I'm going to do that with my spring-loaded drill from littlewindows.com. If you don't have one of these, you're missing out. You truly are. This tool is a gem. Let me show you how nice this is. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go about right there. Okay, got that one made. Now let's go about right here. All right, and then over here, let's go about right there. And there's our holes. Now we need some in these little guys here. So I'm just going to get it right in the center of that top one right there. Right like that. And I'm going to do the other two the same way. Okay, I went ahead and drilled a hole in the top there, and we're going to go ahead and take this Gorilla Glue right here. It's clear, so when it dries it's clear, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my screw, and then I'm going to go ahead and screw it in. Right like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of them. And now we're finished placing our eye pin screws in, and they look really good. So now I'm going to take these pieces to my Cricut and go ahead and get the vinyls ready for them. And I'll meet you back. I went and made all of my things for my Cricut, so this is what it's going to look like. And I tried the white lettering, and I didn't like it as much as I liked the black, so I'm going to go with the black. And it was really hard weeding these R's. I mean, man, the font I chose was not easy to weed. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with this piece right here. And I want that about right there. And then this about right there. Let's see here. Let's lose this so I can judge it a little bit better. Going to be about right there. Okay. Someone said you can reuse these. I'm sure you could. I think I'm going to try it. If it works, I'll let y'all know. Okay, I have finished it. And I think it turned out so cute. And he didn't tell me if it was AM or PM, so I guess that'll be all right. And our little pieces here, they're not ready to come out yet, but I'm really on the fence here with I'm thinking about dropping a gray and white background in here behind that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Let's do it. I have my gray and white mixed up right here, and it's the same colors we used for the other pieces. And I'm just going to go ahead and take my alcohol and spritz some into the molds. And then I'm just going to drop a little bit of each down in the clouds here. We don't like much filling them up, so it shouldn't hold a lot in each of them. And resin will shrink as it cures, so I'm going to make sure I fill it right on up to the top. Now I'm going to use my heat gun, pop any surface bubbles. Now I'm going to spritz it with some alcohol to pop those bubbles. And then we're going to let it cure. And hopefully it'll be pretty when we demold it. Alright, now I'm mixing up some of Let's Resin's tabletop epoxy resin so we can go ahead and top coat our pieces. And I know the vinyl is permanent vinyl that we put on there, but I want to add a top coat to it to make it really stand out. I have my tabletop epoxy resin right here, and tabletop resin is what you want to dome with. It's made for doming top coating, and this is Let's Resin that I'm using. And I did run this through my Resiner's debubble remover machine. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pour. Okay, I think that's plenty. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make sure it's out to the edges. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and push it over here to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and cover it. And then I'm going to go ahead and start on these pieces. And the reason we can go ahead and top coat it without sanding it is because we just demolded it. And if it's in the same day, then you're okay. You don't need to sand it to top coat it. But if you wait till the next day and so forth, then you're going to need to sand it before you top coat it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start on these. Now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to run it over them and pop any surface bubbles. something on that one. So I'm just going to get it off. Looks like some dust got on it or something. There's a bubble. Need to make sure that if there's any bubbles, just nudge them and they'll come to the top, and then you can pop them when they get up there. When they get up to the top. And I see a few, and I'm just going to nudge them, and then I will check it in a few minutes and go ahead and deal with them when they get up to the top. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cover that and give those bubbles a chance to get up to the top. Now let's go ahead and check on this one. I'm going to use the heat gun. There's a few bubbles that have came to the top, so we're going to go ahead and pop them. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and spritz some alcohol on it and pop the bubbles, and then let's cover it, and we'll check it in about 10 minutes. Y'all ready to demold these and see what they look like? I am super excited to see what they look like. And then I'm going to put the chains on it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Oh my goodness, that is cute. That is so cute. And it'll be turning, you know, on the little mobile that we made. So it'll show the black and white side, and then it'll show this pretty cloud side. That's so cute. Let's see what this one looks like. I got a few little bubbles in there, but hey, I think they look awesome in this piece because it's a cloud, and rain forms in clouds. So I think that looks super cool in this piece right here. So I really, really love that about this. Turned out really, really cute. I love them. And then here's this one. They're so cute. I love them. I love that stuff that I put in there. I'll show you what that is, because y'all didn't see me cut it. I already had it cut. It's just this sheet right here. I got this off of Temu a long time ago, like last year. And I just now pulled it out and used some of it. But that's what it is. And it's really thick. It's not flimsy. It's real thick, so it'll stay formed in the mold. It won't fold up. And I purchased another piece. This one right here. Now, I've used this one time in something. But I didn't want to use this one because it's more on the pink girly side. So I picked this blue one for the clouds. And I thought it would be awesome, you know, because clouds are blue and white. So that's what that stuff is. And I don't know the name of it. I have no idea what the name of this is. And all it says on the sticker is green, 20 by 30 centimeters. That's all it says. And I tried to look it up on Temu and to give y'all a link or something to it, because I know somebody was going to ask me. But I can't find it on Temu because I don't know the name of what it is. And I've had it for a year now, so I have no idea. I must have seen it somewhere and I went and looked it up and found it. Or maybe I came across it on Temu one day and just put it in my cart and bought it. I don't know. And I also got in some Happy Mail. And I'm going to share that right quick with you all. And I broke into the bag. I don't know what's in there because I instantly closed it up because I seen that it had a gift tag attached to it because I had ordered something and I thought that's what it was. So I did bust into the bag, but I do not know what's in here. I promise. I did not peek at what's in this bag because I instantly seen the little gift tags and I closed it up. It says, "A gift for you. I hope you enjoy your gift, from Sue Glover." So let's see what Sue sent me. Oh, I see it's some kind of light. Because it's got a, it's got this right here. So it's some kind of light. Wow, that's going to be awesome. Whoa, that's huge. Wow, look at that. It's kind of, let's see if I can get it to get its form back. Yeah, I can. Yep. It's getting its form back now. I'm working it. I'm working it, y'all. I'm working it. It looks like it's going to be fine. Does anybody know if they sell, and it's not for this piece, it's for something else that I have. Does anybody know, you know, the braces that they make to go around molds to hold them in, you know, when the resin goes in them, they don't bulge out. You know, like that one piece I did a little bit back. Oh, did I tell y'all? Intoresin contacted me, my rep, and said that, let me go get it so y'all know what I'm talking about. This box right here. I haven't finished it yet because I don't know what I'm wanting to, I don't know what I'm going to do with the top yet. But it was this piece right here. Remember, it bulged out on me? Well, my rep from Intoresin contacted me and said this mold does come with a brace. They forgot to put it in with my order, and they said they'll ship it out with my next molds that I get, so it'll be next month sometime. But it does come with a brace, so letting y'all know that if y'all do get this mold, you will get a brace for it. I wanted to let y'all know that right quick. But back to what I was saying. Does anyone know of a brace for around a mold that you can get that's circular? Like something like this, because I have a mold that's similar to not this, but it's circular in a size, and it kind of went wonky on me, and I didn't send it back. It was shipped to me that way, but I didn't send it back. I ended up forgetting about it, and now it's past the time to be able to send it back. But I want to know if anybody knows of a circular brace that I can get to go around that mold, to pull it in and bring that shape back so I can get a nice casting out of it. If anybody knows that and can direct me where to get one from, let me know. I would be so appreciative for that information. But this is going to be cute. I think this this part right here may be, and I'm not going to lie, but it looks like this right here is going to slide that through it, and that right there is where the cord's going to come out of the side. And that may be the top part of it, or the bottom. I don't know. It's some kind of cute lamp, y'all. But if I cast in it and pull the castings out, I'll be able to figure it out. But I can't figure it out by just looking at the mold. So thank you so much, Sue. This is a very, very interesting mold. And I will be I'm very excited to cast in it. I've never done a lamp before. I have a lamp mold, and I'll show you which one I'm talking about. This is the one that I have. And it's, you know, mine's square. And this is the top or bottom piece to it. And now I have the circular one too. Thank you so much. I was really looking for another one of these when I purchased this one. But all they had available at the time when I bought this one was the square one. I wanted this circular one, and I promise you I did. That is amazing that you sent this to me, and I wanted it. But I could never get my hands on one because they were sold out. And there's another one that I wanted too. It's not circular and it's not square. It's got another different shape to it. But I thought these were so awesome when I first seen them. So I had forgotten that I even had that mold. So when you sent this to me, that made me think, hey, I've got one similar to that. But I really, really love this mold. And I'm super excited about it. We'll have to cast in this soon. I know it's going to take a lot of resin, but we'll use a deep pour, and we'll make it real pretty. I don't know what we'll do with it yet, but I'll think of something. All right, I'm going to go put these up right quick, and then I will be back. I am finished with the piece here, and I think it turned out better than I ever could have imagined it to turn out. And the beads I found in my bead box, and I thought they matched super cute. So I put this little bead cap on the bottom, and then that gave me an area to connect this onto. And then I just kept going, and I counted the chain links to make sure everything was the right, you know, the right length. And I think it turned out super cute. And what I ended up doing with the clouds was I took these little clear pieces here and I resined them on the back. I just put a dome on the back of the cloud, but it didn't sit, see how it doesn't sit level? So I just put some clay underneath it like that, and I set it on there and leveled it out with my little level here like that, and then I put the little clip on there and let it resin on the back of the cloud. And then that's how I got my hooks on there. Sorry I didn't film that part, but I think it turned out super cute. And I hope they really, really like it and enjoy it in the baby's bedroom. All right, well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.